welcome to the Flower Patch. My name's Iris Smith, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome back, guys. Happy New Year, and I hope all good health and all your dreams and wishes come true throughout the year. And I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. And I really do hope that you got some wonderful gifts and lovely memories to cherish forever. I've only started back today because, well, it's Tuesday, isn't it? So it's a case of I don't work Mondays. I was dying to start yesterday, but I thought, no, I'll do it as my normal routine. Sorry if you can hear some bags. I've just been putting a few bits of stock away. So today I'm going to do a 14-inch grapevine Valentine's Day wreath. I will be starting my spring ones as well, but I thought I'd like to get this Valentine's Day one out because somebody is interested in purchasing one, and I thought it was a young gentleman for his newlywed wife, and he asked me if I could do one and if he could have a look at it once I've done it, and if he likes it, he'd love to purchase it. So, newlywed, oh my goodness, isn't that lovely? You know, first Valentine's Day together as well in their own place. Wonderful. I can remember back in those days. Anyway, so, oh, and again, thank you all very much for your wonderful comments towards my son, who has got to have an operation this afternoon. So I will be doing this, and then we will be taking him to go and have the operation. It is only a day thing, so he is fine. They know what it is, and again, he's got a lump inside of his head, so they need to get it removed. But they said it's not life-threatening, so it's just a case of removing it and just observing him for a while, and then we can go home if everything's okay. So that's my good news. That is fine. So today I've got a sign out today, a love art sign, what says love on it. And I don't know how big this is actually from the widest point. 12 inches from the widest point. So we're going to be placing that in the 14-inch grapevine wreath that I've got here, but I'm wanting to place it offset to the opposite side. The gentleman actually said that his wife usually has a full wreath when she has one, like for Christmas and things like that, but he thinks that he's going to he wants to give her something different to see if she likes the crescent wreath. So we're going to do that. I've got out my beaded fern as well. I want to put some of these in to, you know, because I like the movement, and I think the wispiness of them is beautiful, and you can make some wonderful wreaths with these. I've also got out some wispy bits as well. Some, I think it's just with wispy grasses really, but they look like they've got a little bit of spiky leaves on them. I've got out my parfavolia because I love parfavolia, guys. I think it looks absolutely divine in any arrangement. It's one of my other favourites. Now I've got out my sugar-coated sage leaves, but I've got them with the, you know, for the softness. You can use lamb's ear if you wish, but I've got them for the softness of the arrangement. And I've also using my silver dollar. I've got 2 stems out of my eucalyptus that I'm going to use as my background foliage. But because it's white on the sign, I'm going to add in some just little bits of twiggy crystal, glittered white twigs. Just dot them around. I don't want to go too heavy with white foliage. And also I've got out what's got a bit of white in, some of my Queen Anne's lace that I've took off the bunch and placed them on single picks to dot those around as well. Now for the floral, I have got out some ranunculus, again, one of my favorites. Now I've placed on a few on single picks in case I would like to dot a few of those around, but then I've also got the actual bunches like so. So we've got those. Now I've cut down, because I don't want them long, again some more of my velvet red roses that I think always look wonderful for a Valentine's Day. But also I've been dying to use these guys before Christmas. I bent them over because that's how I placed them in my bucket. Some red Chinese lantern. I said before Christmas I've got to order some, and I ordered some. Couldn't help myself. I had to. And my sister's even seen them, and I've had to order her some as well. She absolutely adores the colour. So we're going to pop those in, maybe some around the sides, maybe some on top. We'll see as we go along. And finally, I've got out 2 picks of the velvet love hearts. And you get 9 love hearts on a pick. So I've decided to get those out as well. These are on paperback, so I may pull them off and spread them individually. But I've got 2 out in case I need more than what we've got on here. So we've got those. And I've done a bow. Whether I'm going to add it or not, I don't know. So I've just done one where it's just the plain natural background with lots and lots of love hearts in glitter all over, and then just a plain 7/8 red ribbon as well. I didn't want to add in white or anything, because with it being on the bow it will be noticed. I didn't want the bow to be the focal point. I did want this sign to be the focal point. So we've got that as well. So if I need anything else and I don't think it's full enough, you know me guys, I like a full wreath, whether it's a crescent or anything, we're going to get some more elements. So first of all, I'm going to bring the camera down, and then I'm going to attach the sign. Oh, let me say, my husband for Christmas brought me a new laptop with a webcam and everything to go with it, and for my new business, so it doesn't interfere with the laptop that I've got for my flower patch for the business for this, so they are separate. And my children has ordered me, well, I say children, they're adult children, they have bought me a franking machine, my own personal franking machine, so I can print off my own labels, and I've got labels to go with them, and etc. I was bombarded with the gifts at Christmas. It was surprising. I don't really never know what I want. They just went ahead and got me things, and I was really overwhelmed. So I hope you all felt the same way. So let's just bring the camera down, guys, and we're gonna get started. Oh, I'm so happy to be back. It's wonderful. Those couple of weeks or so, 2.5 weeks, something like that, I've had off. I can't quite remember. It was okay from beginning because it was Christmas. I was focusing on that. But in the new year, after celebrating the new year, that's when I started getting bored. So, right, with the I think that's a little bit offset. Let's just move this a bit more square on. So with the sign, I'm wanting to place it just here, and then excuse me, and then do all the arrangement on this side. I've just seen some twigs that are sticking out. I'm going to chop those down, tidy that little side up. And this is what you can do if you don't really care for the twigs that are actually on your wreath, or the little wispy bits. I mean, it is just natural, so it will be there. then just trim them down. So I'm going to get my weaving needle, because I've placed on 2 pieces of ribbon and my floral wire, and then I've stapled it down, and then also placed a bit of glue on to hold it in place as well, so the wire doesn't move. So we're going to bring that one through there. It's very cold, guys. I don't know how cold it is where you are. We should be used to the cold weather in the UK, but I think we are used to not having hot weather, but when it starts to get really cold, I think it's -3 here where I am today. I know that to some people may not, you know, be a lot. But when you're a very nesh person like me, and probably many others of you, oh, it's cold, and all your pinkies, all your toes go cold. And I haven't got heating on in here. Me and my husband was actually looking into it, because I'm not saying for definite. I've got to look into it. I am looking for a small little, just a small little unit to do my new business in. I don't want to combine the 2 businesses in my workshop where I do my YouTube videos and the flower patch videos. I don't really want to mix them together. So I am just looking for I can't get that one through, guys. A little unit to see if I can just do my new business from there instead. So I'm twisting them around. I did place a bit of ribbon there, but then I realised it's not going to reach. Let me just make sure that it's placed how I'd like it. So it's more there. So I think I may have put those a bit too far in. Oh, so I'm going to move these a little bit. So I just twist them. And then pop the wire back inside so it doesn't scratch. I had, before Christmas, a last minute, or when I say last minute, I usually stop doing Christmas wreaths about a week before Christmas. But I had, oh my goodness, guys, a last minute order. A desperate lady wanted a cream and gold Christmas wreath, and she asked me on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, guys. Oh my goodness. So she was quite desperate. It was a gift what she was giving to her friend who lives quite far away, so it was a one-off gift. I couldn't refuse. So Christmas Eve I was in here doing a customer order for the lovely lady. Right, so now I'm wanting to place in our background foliage. Now I'm going to just have a look on how long these are. The gentleman didn't, you know, obviously because he's not purchased it yet, he really just didn't give me any specifications on how big, or I know I'd like that there. Yeah, I'll keep them as they are. So let's just cut that. Get the other one. Cut this one a little bit smaller. I usually cut around here, where the side is. I usually place smaller pieces, you know, meaning in length, like that, around here, because I don't want this to be stuck right out here. These I can manipulate to unbend them, to keep them, oops, that's just popped off, to keep them so they don't look, it doesn't look out of place. Oh, I've just dipped the leaf in the glue. Oh my gosh, that's a good start to the new year. So let's get the longer ones again and place these in. So I'm going from where my cord is here, my hook, and I'm going to place these on the outer side. And I'm going to go straight opposite and place one right down here as well, on the, placing it through the side, and just manipulate it around a little. If any of your leaves are upside down and they do twist the opposite way to bring, so they're all showing upwards, you can do that, unless you'd like it more natural, where some leaves are the opposite way. Let's see the smaller ones. Put those there. I've just found another one. Oh, they keep popping off. Let's just glue this one back on. So I'm going to bring this one here as well. Then I'll use the smaller stems, what I haven't got as much foliage or leaves on. As you can see, I've virtually matched them up with this piece here, so it doesn't look like it's not flowing or there's any steps in. So I'm going to bring this one here. Turn that around a little. So now we've got our eucalyptus silver dollar in. I'm going to add in, I'm going to add the wispy bits at a later stage. I think with the bow, let's just have a look concerning the bow. Oops, I've dropped another leaf there. We'll find that. I think I'm good. Where it's the around here, I'll probably put it a bit further here so it's, you can see this. I'm going to try not to place too much around the side so you can actually see it. So we've just lost another, I wonder if that's there. Well, I'll place it on that one. think it is. There. So we'll add the bow in just at a slightly later stage. So I'm going to place in these wispy bits to give it that little bit of movement. I've pulled this off of a great big bunch. I've left a few like that for the bottom pieces, like I did with the eucalyptus, where it's longer at the top and the bottom. And I'm going to bring them and add them inside some of our eucalyptus, so they look like they are all together and growing within themselves. So there's the leaf there. I'm moving one of the leaves, and where the stem is, I'm going to go in between the main stem and this leaf stem with it. So then it looks like it's growing within. So there's another longer piece. I'm going to do the same with this, part these and go in between. And then do the same with this one. I've got glue already on me. I'll have to pick that off. And then we'll go in between here. I don't want to get glue all over my coat. This coat I got off my sister for Christmas, and I don't want to ruin it. It's lovely and warm. And then I did a separate piece here to come out. So I've done 5 pieces where they've got more than one of these bit of foliage on. And then the rest I've placed on single picks, where I'm just going to add around here. I was thinking there, but again, I don't want it to go over the sign. What I'm going to do is place it in on this side, on the inside, so it's not leaning onto our side. I'm cutting the stems, you know, much shorter, and I'll do the same here. Bring it there, and this one, I don't know, let's have a look. I may just add that one here. Like so. So now we've got just our wispy grasses in. I'm going to put in the beaded fern. Some people call it the button fern. I'm going to add these in as well. Again, give that movement. I've cutting these so the stems are around, I'd say about 3 inches. I don't need them exceptionally long. And they are push-ups as well, so if you can spread the, you know, the leaves, some at the top, some at the bottom, so you have them like that. I like to push them all at the top so they can be viewed and none are hidden, just so to speak. Gosh, my hands are exceptionally cold. I was placing my hands above the my glue pan earlier. Bring one there. Let's have a look. Do I bring any? We'll hold on to, I've got 4 left, so we'll hold on to those. Let's get now some of our, and now this will just lighten them up a little. Let's get some what's a bit more flocked. And that will lighten it up. Bring that soft feel to it. So let's just add a bit of these. I'm going to cut these down. I want to bring one just here as well. I'm bringing these on the inside. I need one more. That we're going to bring down here as well. Right, I'll save the rest again. I'll keep them out because I may need them at a later stage. Now, before I add anything else, I'm going to add in our Chinese lanterns. Just cut them down. And I'm going to bring these because I want my roses. In fact, let's get the roses in. I've cut these down again short because I know I don't want them long. Oops, a daisy. That's not gone. I can't press it in, guys. My hands are like ice. There we go. Just check that they're not come out the opposite side. You just see something slightly popping. If I can get it. Oh, it's a twig. Gosh, I think I need my eye testing again. I am going to place in one here though, because I know this is where I'm going to have the bow. Oh my goodness. No, I can't get that one in there. I want to try and place on 6. There we go. I'm going to put one here. I may place some more. So I'm going to, with the Chinese lanterns, use these on the outside. That's how I'm going to place. And these are going to be, let me move things out of the way. Let's cut them all down. Now this one's got quite a lot on, so I'll use that one to go here behind the rose. I'll place the foliage in the middle of these so they don't clash. I may put these smaller pieces on the end. Keep that one. And this is just to add like the red in the background. Now I've got this little small piece. I may just bring and cut the other one as well. And bring one more on the inside, just to join with the rose. So we've got those on as well. With the picks, let's have a look at the love heart picks. Yeah, I'm going to dot those around. save the rest of these roses I cut. Right, again with our ranunculus. Now this will lift it again. I'm going to bring the single, what I put on picks, around the outer side, and then I will get the ones where they've got the little bunches on, because what I do is pull them off individually and place them on single picks. But then I will get the ones with the bunches and place these just on top. So let's get a few of those out. Of each. Right, so I mean, let's have a look at the Queen Anne's lace as well while we're on it. I may bring the Queen Anne's lace slightly up because we do need to fill it. Oh, my fingertips. Right, let me just place in a bit of the white on the outer side. And then we'll attach our bow as well. I think when the bow would look nice with it. And we've got all different sizes here. We've got some that are little single buds. I may dot these around a bit further up as well. I'm just bringing these on the outside. And I'm going in between the foliage. Bring one. I think I'm going to bring some on the ends here as well. I'll do one down here also. Alright, let's get our bow on before we carry on. Oops, I've just... Now, our bow... I want around here. So let's do the same, get our weaving needle. Just look where you want to position it. I want it about here so you can see the word love. So we'll push that piece through. Got to find where the other piece. One. Here it is. Get that through there, guys, so we'll go through here. Oh no, that's the same place. I try not to place them through the same place. There we go. Because you need something for the wire to actually wrap around to hold the bow in the position. I'll tidy the bow up once we've done this. Have any of your pets, if you've got snow, do they like the snow? My cats they're not fans of it. They will venture out to the garden just for about 5 minutes and then come running back in. I took Benji out today. Now that his owner has gone back to work after the holidays. And oh, it was very fresh. But I wrapped up. Right, let's just fluff up our bow. I don't know what I'm going to do with the tail ends, but I always like to have longer tail ends. Just in case I'd like to do something with them. So I'm just going to, I don't know where that, I've lost something. Right, let me use, I'm going to just use my spatula and put a bit of glue on the underside of this ribbon or this loop. And what I've done that for is so then I can keep and stick that to my mechanics. A bit of the ribbon is to keep it in place so it just doesn't keep, you know, drooping down. I mean, it's quite strong ribbon, but just for a bit of more support. Again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. I may just leave them hanging. So now we've got our bow in. Before I put the rest of the ranunculus in, I'm going to pull these off. Let's see how we're going to utilize them. Let's take some of that paper back off. I think I'm just going to place in one at the top, one at the bottom, and then the other one in the center. So that's what I'm going to do with these. I'm not going to split them up from being in just a little bunch of 3. Again, you can manipulate them so that they are noticeable and they are sticking up. So let's just do that one. And we'll place this one here. And do the same. Just bend them. And then bring that one here as well. Just in the center, so then they're in 3s. What I'm going to do, I'm not bringing this one on the outside. These are all going to be on top. So I'm going to move some of my loops from the bow, go underneath, place it in. Before I manipulate the love hearts, I will bring my loops of my bow back into position. And then make this look like it's actually sitting somewhat inside of our bow. So like that. Let's just have a look. Yeah. So now we're going to carry on now and bring some of our ranunculus through into, thanks hun, I'm going to pull this rubber stem off because it does melt if you place it in the glue. So I'm pulling that off to reveal just the plain wired stem underneath, and I'm going to use that to stick into the wreath instead of the rubber. If you don't mind about the rubber, you know, then you can still place it in if that's how you'd like it. I just like to take it out. But that's just my personal preference, guys. And I'm going to bring these on the inside as well. I mean, don't throw the rubber away, guys, because if you are using something and you've got a stem and you want to cover it to make it look smoother, save your rubber stems as well as your, you know, your others that you cut off, because they come in handy just as much as the others. So I want to lift up these as well, and again I'm going underneath the loops. I'm going to just bend them upwards so they look like they're incorporated within, slightly within the bow as well. Oh, my cat's here. He has my cat always been such running around. It does in the house. He's been wanting to go out in here, and when I've nipped in here to get something, he's come running thinking, oh my gosh, she's going in the shed. She's going in her workshop. I can go with her. Let me just slightly, come on then. Molly. Oh, you're here. Don't go near. Oh, let me just move my cup, guys. I know. You've missed it. Let Mummy do her work. I know. Oh my goodness gracious me. Here he is, guys. Aren't you? Hey? So are you going to let me do this? Good boy. Right, we're going to save those, Marley. We'll put those in there now, so you don't knock them. Now I've one before. Yes, I know. I'm going to use these. And what I'm going to do with the little buds, I'm just going to pop them around. Don't sit there right in front of the camera. I'm just going to add those in. Again, give it a bit of light colour. We have got our white twiggy bits. So that's with our ranunculus in, and again we've also got the Queen Anne's lace. Let's have a look at the twiggy bits, if I'd like those around the edge. Yeah, let's put just a few. I'm not going to overload it. I'm going to put 5 only. Again, I don't want to overload it with white. I may add the rest of the roses. So we're just going to place in some twiggy bits. Oh, I've got some lovely blue. Oh gosh, guys, I can't wait to do them. I might do it for a spring. They've come from America, the picks. I think they're the 90210. And I've got some lovely, pretty spring blue and white ribbon. I will show you at the end. Off of a wonderful lady who goes to America quite regularly. I may need another one. And she's got an account with a wholesaler over there. And she brings things over from America. You guys have got some wonderful, wonderful things. Right, I've just added in the twiggy bits. They're not as noticeable, but I didn't want that anyway. I've cut down some smaller pieces. I say smaller, they probably need to be cut down a little bit more. Our parfavolia for filler. Yeah, I think they may need to be cut down a little bit more. Because I wanted to add these in as well. Let's cut it down. I love this. Now I'm going to just be dotting a bit of these in and around, excuse me, for our filler. I need some in here. Yeah, I think I'll cut them all down a bit. Can you see my breath, guys? When I breathe. It is really so cold in here. I should really have put heating in when I first had it, when my husband built it. Then I ended up realising, and then I stuck with a little electric heater, which they use a lot of electric. But the thing is, it wasn't warming it up as warm as I'd like it. And I've actually asked my husband if it would work. If, you know, when you go, when you're growing like vegetables in the winter and you need a heat lamp, I was asking my husband if you can get a heat lamp what's also a light that reflects off heat or gives off heat to warm up the room for like when if you're a gardener and you do things like that. So I did say to him I would like something like that. So I've got a light, but it's also from the ceiling, but it's also giving off lots of heat to keep me warm, because I am a very niche person. So that's what I'm looking into as well. I mean, if I find a unit for my new business, I will make sure it's got heating in. I really will, because I don't want to be too cold in the winter time, especially in a unit with it being brick. The walls can be quite cold. Find a single one. Let's use this. I used to live in a stone house, and the walls are, oh gosh, they can get very cold. Where it was like not brick, it was old-fashioned stone. No, place those there. I'm going to see about adding our Queen Anne's lace. Now some of these slightly need opening up. You can either, with them being plastic, I get the steamer on them, but don't go too close to them, just afar, so the plastic softens for you to bend them out. I wouldn't go right up close to the steamer because it will melt the plastic. Now I've got this here, there's a bit of green here, so what I'm wanting to do is just add that little bit of white in, just to break up all of that green. Around this rose. I think I may bring in the other roses, you know. Yeah, I'm going to bring in the other roses. It needs more roses. See, they come flat like that. So if you can just bend them out and over right at the tip, but just be quite careful because sometimes they will snap off. It's just to open them up a little bit. Like one flower's come off there, so let's get rid of that. I don't want that little piece of base stem. So it's just to open them up. Unless if you want them to look quite excuse me, I took a breath and tried to speak at the same time. Quite compact. You know, everybody's different. We've all got our own different styles. We'll just pop these in. No, you can't come and sit on the wood. No, 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 no. Honest, guys, all he wanted to do over Christmas was just sit on his mummy's knee and not move. Obviously, he didn't know that I need to get up and prepare dinner or, you know, do odd things around the house. And he just wanted to sit there. He didn't want to do anything else but sit on my lap. And I had to keep moving him off. He didn't like it. I'm going to bring one on the outer side. And then that's all I'm going to use with these. Oops, I've just pulled that one off. So around the central point, I'll use it. There's a little gap there, so we'll fill that bit of a gap there with it. Right, so I'm not going to use any more of those. What I am going to do is incorporate more roses. I've got one there. What's going on? Seems to have disappeared and gone on the outer side. It needs to be there. Let's get some in here. Dot those lovely roses around. I'm going to have to cut that one down smaller. And I'm going to bring one on this side as well. So I'm going to mimic what I've just done. If I can find it. Bring those there. I've got two left. Yeah, let's get them there. Or do I? One there. let's get these on the outer side. There's a little gap I can see here as well. I'm not going to place anything else in, apart from I keep looking at this little bit here. I'm thinking something, foliage. And I think I need to stick to something that's not long. Let's cut a bit of portfolio off again. It's just missing something here. Is it here? And I'm going to do that on the other end as well. Just around there. Right, so that is our lovely Valentine's Day wreath. I picked this ribbon because it's with all the love hearts, so it represents lots and lots of love. I may just turn these up a little bit. Give them a little ringlet. All you do is wrap them around, and then the middle piece where the end of your tail ends are, where you dovetail them, just grab it and slightly pull it out. So that's what we've done for today's project. Let's just move all those out of the way. Oh, sorry, Marley, you're going to have to move. Because out. Let's just get our easel out. Place it on the easel. Just turn that around. Oh, I've ordered myself a new cutting mat, but I've gone for a bigger one, guys. I've gone for the A1 size. I've ordered a pink one. I think it was pink or lilac, I can't remember. That's supposed to be coming in a week or so. Let me just turn that around. Let's just lift up our camera. Oh, let me just grab my coffee, guys, and put my hands around it. Oh, I'm going to get hot aches now on my fingertips. Oh, lovely. Right, so there is our lovely Valentine's Day crescent wreath with just reds and whites, using some love heart picks and some red Chinese lanterns, and obviously the beautiful velvet red roses and some white ranunculus. Again, I'm using what colours are actually in the sign. There is obviously a bit of black, but I didn't want black with the lines on the board. on the sign, but I didn't want to incorporate that. And again, I didn't want white in the bow because it's not the bow that's the focal point. It is actually the sign. Hence the reason I wanted it to be seen this time instead of hiding it like I did with the arrow. And then I've used obviously some twiggy bits, guys. You know me, it's my speciality. I just love twiggy bits and wispy bits. So you can't go wrong. It gives you lots of movement. And then obviously I've put in a little bit of white foliage, which is the twiggy bits again in the white, but I've used the smaller twiggy bits so they're not again as noticeable. And then I've used the Queen Anne's lace, the beaded fern. Now again, some people call it the button fern. Our lovely soft lamb's ear textured sage leaves, our beautiful parfavolia, and anything else that I can think of, and obviously again the ribbon. So that is our lovely wreath. Let me just get what I said in the blue that I've got. Let's just get it out, guys. Bear with me a moment. And I'll get the picks out as well. I've got to use these. I ordered just 3, but just to see what they're like, and I love them. Absolutely love them. Now I've not opened the ribbon. I'll open it though. I think I saw Damon use some of these as well. Let's just, if I... So, it is the 1.5 inch in 10 yards from the RG ribbon, and it's blue and white roses with the white background, or should I say blue roses, different tones of blue with the white background, and I think that is absolutely divine. So I got that, but then when I saw the ruffled edge one as well with the same roses in the center, I just had to have that one as well, so I can then use a small plain navy blue to separate them so they don't clash, and I want to use that. So I did, if I can get these, again they're from America, 90210, some beautiful blue picks for springtime, and you can cut these down obviously into thirds and separate them, or you can keep them as one, and you just play around with them and move them into however you would like. But don't you think, guys, that with them, oh my goodness, wouldn't they just look beautiful? So I'm going to order some more of those, not just in the blue, but they have other colours as well. Again, shipped from the United States of America, and we're going to use these. We do have picks like this over here in the UK, but I just couldn't resist this blue one, and that would be a lovely one, you know, even if it was for a Valentine's Day, and you could use, you know, these for a Valentine's Day one for giving it to your husband, or even to your wife who just likes blue and is not a fan of the red, because not everybody's a fan of reds or pinks, you know. I've got a friend who doesn't like those colours, she does like blue. So yeah, these will look absolutely superb, so I will purchase more of them. So back to our Valentine's Day. Now if you want to, you haven't got a sign or anything, let's put the pins in. You haven't got a sign or anything like that, guys, don't worry yourselves, you know, really don't. You can make up another bow and place that over there as well and have that there. Or if you don't have these sort of these picks, but you have like glittery love hearts, place those in as well. They would look just as good. And sometimes some people just don't like having picks in or anything like that. They are more of a traditional person where they just want roses. Sorry about the noise, I'll do that in a minute. Where they just want the roses in only. So that's fine. So, but I've just added these in just to add a little bit extra to go with basically the sign. So if you have a go, guys, and you're going to give some, or you've got an order or something, and you're going to give it to a loved one, then give it a go and have fun and enjoy. Put all, as we say, into these, put all your love from your heart for your loved one into these and have fun. So have a wonderful day, guys, and it's fabulous to be back. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will be taking my son now in the next hour or so to go for his operation, and I will be back tomorrow. Maybe I might be itching to do these. I may just leave these out and do these tomorrow. I did purchase some little bunny rabbit wreaths, but I only wanted them in for Easter. I only wanted them small because I've got an order where somebody wants 2 bunny rabbits, different styles, but they only want the miniature ones. So I've had to go hunting for some miniature little bunny rabbits. It did have a bow on it. I've taken the bow off. I didn't like it. So I had a look and said to my husband, they've not really, whoever has made this, not really made it that secure. So I will be adding a little bit extra to it, you know, to secure it a bit more. But the ears seem to not be wired in too, as you can see, that's a bit wobbly. So I will strengthen this up and place in a different bow. So I've got those as well. I've got to start shopping for Easter things for my new business as well. Somebody asked me if I'd be doing lots and lots of different picks and things like that for my new business. I will do eventually, but with me just starting out with it, I want to start at the basics, and you know, because I've got no customer base for my new business as of yet, because I haven't launched it yet. I will be launching it, but the thing is, I will just be selling on Facebook to start with. The person who's going to be helping me has got to have a major operation, and it's going to be a while before they can come and help and get involved. But the thing is, I will be just selling them on my new business page in the UK only, to on the Facebook until the person is well, and then we will be going live. And plus, while I'm selling them on my Facebook page, this will give me a chance to build up a customer base as well. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I've got to start shopping for Easter things. I've only brought in a few little things for Valentine's Day, not many. The rest is mainly foliage. But I've got to start looking for Easter eggs and a few Easter picks and garlands and things like that, which I haven't done yet. So anyway, more of that when we launch. So have a wonderful day. Take care, guys. Sorry for all the chatting, but I've missed it. I've really missed it. and enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun if you're going to create a Valentine's Day wreath as well for yourself, or whether for a loved one, or your mum or dad, or anybody like that. And again, just have fun. So take care. Please subscribe, share and like to everybody who you know. Bring them along in this wonderful 2026 year, and to come along and have some fun, and also hopefully get some ideas and some inspiration to give it a go for yourselves or for themselves. So have a wonderful day. Good health, guys. God bless, and may all your dreams come true. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, let's just take this off the stand. See, my cat's got his back to me again, look. Right, there's the love sign, as you can see, with a little bit of the black in it, but I wasn't going to use that on the ribbon. And there's the ribbon with the lots of the little love hearts in glitter, and the 2.5 inch, and then the 7/8 in the plain red, and our lovely velvet roses, and our beautiful little picks, as we see, with the velvet touch, our Queen Anne's lace, our lovely favourite of mine, ranunculus, and there's our twiggy grasses, and then we've got our Chinese lanterns in the red as well, and our silver dollar eucalyptus, and our white glittery, just slightly glittered. It's not, you know, excessively glittered, which I don't mind. I quite like that. A bit of subtlety with our twiggy bits also. And then our lovely little beaded fern as well. So, did I say, oh, and the sage leaves for the soften with the sugar coated. I don't know if you can see a bit of them where they glisten. You can just see a little bit of the sugar coat. I don't know. Probably I'm not in the right light. But that's what we have, and our parfavolia as well. So have a wonderful day, guys. Take care. And again, a happy new year to you all. And I hope all your dreams come true, and you have a beautiful year with lots of loving memories. Take care, guys. Good health, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye.